Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.
Hoy para Rutas Alternas conectamos hasta Austin, Texas, en donde está presentando su trabajo sonoro Nané, agrupación multicultural que está teniendo una fuerza interesante en el desarrollo de su disco debut. Y para platicarnos más al respecto tenemos esta videollamada con Daniel y con Ian. Hola Daniel, hola Ian.
Hola. Hola Gilberto, gracias por tenernos aquí y a todos ustedes por estar oyéndonos a nosotros hoy. Es un gran honor estar aquí con ustedes.
Es un gusto poder conversar con la banda porque Nané está retomando el lanzamiento de su disco debut que fue a finales del año pasado, pero que tuvieron, Daniel, mucha fuerza de una manera en la presencia digital que han tenido con medios de comunicación, incluso lo que Brittany Howard hizo a partir de la presentación de su material. ¿Cómo metabolizan todo eso para retomarlo para este 2021?
Bueno, digo lo de NPR, my soul left its body, se dice. Eso es uno de mis ídolos, mis heroes, diciendo cosas tan bellas y tan importantes de cómo ella me veía a mí personalmente y también a la banda, y eso es incomparable con cualquier otra cosa que ha pasado en mi vida. Pero tú sabes, con todo lo resto we've been just making videos and to work through, during the pandemic, to keep connecting with people. Is it okay si voy por en inglés y español así?
Yes, no problem. Yes.
Okay, so we've been making videos and stuff to connect with people because we haven't been able to play shows, and this was our first record. And so, with each one, we were able to get more and more people that supported us, and we just wanted to stay creative and make different campaigns for each song, and and having Brittany Howard, for example, in one of our singles, give us that support. It was just so reaffirming that we were on the right track, and that someone that Ian and I both love and have really respected, to see something in us. There's nothing like that. So realmente eso fue lo máximo para nosotros en ese punto y en cualquier punto.
Absolutamente. Ian, what can you tell us about the process of making the record? Because you collect a crew very interesting. You have a lot of musical guests, and you as a band play amazing. But how was the process of creating the album?
So we had these songs pretty much written before we'd ever played live. So we kind of spent the year before we started to play live writing and slowly finding members. And once we got ready to record an album, we brought in a producer named John Spees, who he plays in many bands around town and internationally. He's a drummer for a grupo Fantasma and a band called Brownout. And he is good friends with Adrian Quesada, who is part of the Black Pumas. And so he brought Adrian in to engineer, and we used Adrian's studio, Electric Deluxe Recorders, here in town. And John Spees was very helpful in we had great ideas and mostly finished songs, but he would sometimes come in and slow the tempo down on one, or make a section longer, or strip down the arrangement so that it was simpler and there was a little bit less going on. And from there, we maybe finished the album in days total, 5 or 6 days, maybe even less. It was a quick turnaround process. And then we just decided to, the pandemic kind of changed how we were going to release everything. But the recording itself was our first time doing that as a band, and even as people, like recording a full debut album. I'd never done that before. So just seeing the process of start to finish has been really rewarding and interesting.
Yeah. Austin is a very musical city, a great environment for young people, but also for young musicians. How important is this environment for you?
For us, it's huge, because in Austin, Texas, you can't go very far without passing, a whole line of venues and bars that are hosting live music, talking people playing, and you can hear, you'll just walk down one street, Gilberto, and you'll hear a blues artist, and then the next door you'll hear soul, and then the next door you'll hear, heavy rock music, and it's just so emblematic of the city to showcase like there's such a pulse of music here, and that there are people and patrons that go and support music. Sometimes, they'll pay for not sometimes, often people just pay for shows for bands they've never heard of because they just want to enjoy music. And so that platform has really helped us, elevate, because these are people that believe in art and believe in music and support it and go out and pay for it. And, that I don't think there's many cities like this anywhere else in the world. So
Yes.
we're really grateful for Austin.
And also for a band like you, the record sounds amazing. But when I saw the video of your live performance of Clementine Tree, I immediately want badly to see you live. I mean, you are I'm pretty sure that you're a live band and a very energetic live band.
Sí, realmente oímos eso con muchísima frecuencia, que aunque le encanten el disco a la gente, que el show en vivo es como a otro nivel, que es it's just better, que es más energético y que la gente se conecta mucho más. Y eso es en gran parte porque yo creo que nosotros cuando escribimos la música, la escribimos como con la comunidad en mente y pensando en cómo conectarnos con la gente y con el ambiente. Y yo creo que eso lo sienten ellos en el audience y they feel it, they want more of it. And I think it's why we were able to rise relatively quickly in our local scene, within a year or two, including COVID, to a place where we were playing these very large shows. It's because we were able to deliver people with this emotion and this connection and this energy. And then I think that comes across live. And of course, we're really proud of our recordings. They're fantastic. We think that John and Adrian, we're so grateful for them, and they did an amazing job. But live, you're right that there is something to our live show, as we've heard plenty of times.
Daniel, quisiera preguntar esta parte de los medios de comunicación en Estados Unidos que han recibido muy bien a Nané, pero que están dentro de una corriente de música latinoamericana o hispanoamericana, aunque son una banda multicultural. No sé, KCRW, NPR y otros medios los reciben muy bien, pero también los ponen en una parte del rock alternativo hecho por artistas latinoamericanos. ¿Tú te sientes también parte de esto?
Yo deseo estar más incluido en las géneras como latinoamericanas y por eso queremos vamos a tirar un disco ya en el próximo año que sea completamente en español y que tenga, aunque sea indie rock o alternative rock, lo que sea, pero escribir canciones en español, porque eso es, tú sabes, yo soy dominicano y mis padres son, y yo quiero estar más cercano con la cultura mía. Aunque yo hable español con un poco de acento, a todos los que me estén oyendo todavía me criaron en parte allá, y sí, yo quiero estar más presente e incluido en esa conversación, pero todavía agradezco mucho a NPR y a KCRW.
Ian, there are a lot of Latin American people in the US, but also in Texas, and more important, in Austin, and very young people, not only because the university, but the festivals, the venues that you say, it's amazing to walk a Saturday night around the La Sexta and having a drink, but it's also important how can connect you with young people, with the younger audience that maybe not that used to listen music on radio, but find your music live and get engaged with the band.
Sorry, one more time?
Yes, it's important to have this kind of connection with young people because they found you like a live band and engage with your music and follow your sound on digital, not only on radio or other media, traditional media.
Right. And I mean, live connection, I think from the beginning was kind of our most important, I think it was our most important goal, even beyond the recordings. And it was a reason we kind of had this rule for ourselves that we would try not to play unless it was a Friday or Saturday, because that's the nights we know people want to go out those nights. And if you're playing on a Monday or trying to play on a Monday, especially when you're a young band, it's just much tougher to convince people to come out and see you. I mean, at a certain point, playing on a Monday or Tuesday hopefully won't be as big of an issue. But I think kind of finding those times, as you were saying, there's so many people who want to go out, and so many young people, but even young people don't always go out on Monday or Tuesday.
I know.
They do. So they'd like to wait until the weekend when they have more time and more ability to actually go out and have fun.
Right. Then we always played rooms we could fill.
Yeah.
So you released your debut album at the end of 2020. You are releasing some singles. Are you planning to have a tour this year in the US and Latin America, or only in the United States?
So we do have, we're having these conversations now that the world has opened up over the last month with certain, agencies and stuff like that. But yeah, we fully plan. We're already taking small tours in October and August, and in conversation for some larger tours nationally. These are not the ones I spoke of. They're national, but longer tours nationally also in the coming months. And we're also in conversation to play in Mexico in the next 6 months as well. So by all means, we are ready to run and go and to play and to meet as many people as we can and to just connect with as many people as we can. So it's kind of that time for us. We spent the last year making these videos and putting out these singles and the album in anticipation of the moment that we've arrived to. It's time to go actually share in it in the actual live moments.
In the meantime, we can listen to your album on streaming platforms. There are your debut album and all your singles. Did you publish the album on vinyl or CD?
We did. Yeah, we do. We have vinyls of our album, which can be found on nanetheband.com, and that's nanetheband.com. Eso es nanetheband.com. If you like vinyl, purchase one there and we can send them to you.
I figured that the art is amazing, right?
Thank you. Yeah, it was actually done by a great agency called Preacher, who also did the Black Pumas cover art, which is fantastic. And we're super proud of it. It's modeled after, some Middle Eastern influences, some West Texas influences, and Caribbean influences, which is in great part what I am and where I came from. And I think they modeled it after a cigar box to a degree, and I think they did a really incredible job. They're called Preacher.
We can find the vinyl and CD on your website.
Yes.
We can listen to your music on digital platforms, and we can see you live maybe at the end of the year here in Mexico, maybe at the beginning of the 2022.
Espero que sí, eso es lo que me dicen a mí, por lo menos.
Esperamos que además de la Ciudad de México vengan también aquí a Guadalajara o vayan a Monterrey para que haya también visitas a otras ciudades del país.
Ay, sí, yo he ido mucho porque tengo familia en Mérida, pero nunca he visitado Guadalajara y otras áreas también. Estoy really excited to go see.
Qué mejor manera que conocer la ciudad que visitándola musicalmente.
Sí, exactamente, ¿verdad?
Muy bien. Well, guys, congratulations for the album. Sounds amazing. It's a great reminder that alternative music with the guitar and the power will never die.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Looking forward to see you here in Mexico and see you here in Guadalajara playing live and having a blast here with your fans, with your Mexican fans.
Thank you. Gracias, Gilberto, y a todos los que nos están oyendo ahora. Gracias por oírnos. Somos Nané y espero que nos veremos en México.
Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.